All right, people, buckle up. It's 2024 and you know what that means? Election season is back, baby. And trust me, this ain't your average trip to the polls. This year, America's got a date with destiny and the whole world's watching. November 5th, mark it down. That's the day we decide the future of the good old US of A. We're talking about the big one, folks. The presidency. But wait, there's more. We've got Congress getting a shakeup too. Yep, all 435 seats in the House of Representatives are up for grabs, plus a cool 33 in the Senate. And let's not forget about the governorships, with 11 states deciding who calls the shots on their home turf. The political landscape is looking like a reality TV show gone wild. We got drama, intrigue, plot twists you wouldn't believe. So grab your popcorn, folks, because this election's gonna be one for the history books. Well, folks, in a move that surprised absolutely no one, President Joe Biden decided to hang up his hat. After years of dedicated service, he's stepping down from the highest office in the land. Turns out, even ice cream has its limits when it comes to handling the pressure cooker of the Oval Office. The weight of the world can be a heavy burden, even for someone as seasoned as Biden. So, with a wave and a whisper of malarkey, Uncle Joe rode off into the sunset, probably to chase butterflies with his grandkids. His departure marks the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new chapter. But don't you worry, America, because stepping up to the plate is none other than Kamala Harris. She's ready to take on the challenge and lead the nation forward. That's right, the former VP is taking the reins, becoming the first female presidential nominee for a major party. Her historic candidacy is a beacon of hope and progress. Talk about shattering that glass ceiling. Harris's journey to this point has been marked by resilience and determination, and she's not alone in this race. She's bringing a strong team with her. By her side, we have Minnesota's own Tim Walz as her running mate. Walz brings his own set of skills and experience to the ticket. Can Harris and Walz unite the Democratic Party and capture the hearts and minds of American voters? Their campaign promises to be one of unity and progress. Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this dynamic duo is ready to fight for every vote. They're hitting the campaign trail with energy and enthusiasm, determined to make a difference for all Americans. Hold on to your hats, folks, because the Donald is back. Yes, you heard that right. The man who once dominated headlines and social media feeds is making a grand return. That's right. Donald J. Trump is throwing his red Make America Great Again hat back into the ring for round two. He's ready to take on the political arena once more, with all the flair and drama we've come to expect. He's like that ex you thought you'd gotten rid of, but he keeps popping up in your newsfeed. Love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. This time, though, Trump's got some baggage. And it's not just the usual political controversies. And by baggage, I mean legal troubles that would make your head spin. We're talking about lawsuits, investigations, and a slew of legal challenges that could derail any ordinary candidate. Lawsuits, investigations, you name it, he's got it. It's a legal minefield out there, and Trump is navigating it with his characteristic bravado. But you know what they say, any publicity is good publicity, right? In the world of Trump, even bad news can be spun into a rallying cry. Adding fuel to the fire, Trump's chosen none other than J.D. Vance, the author of Hillbilly Elegy, as his running mate. It's a partnership that's raising eyebrows and stirring conversations. It's a move that has some scratching their heads, but hey, who are we to judge? In the unpredictable world of politics, stranger things have happened. This unlikely duo is banking on their brand of populism to resonate with voters who feel left behind. They're tapping into a sentiment of discontent and promising change. Will Trump's gamble pay off? Can he rally his base and attract new supporters despite the controversies? Can he overcome the legal hurdles and ride the wave of nostalgia back to the White House? Only time will tell if this political comeback will defy the odds and make history once again. Section 4. Battleground Issues. What's at stake for everyday Americans? Let's be real, folks. Elections aren't just about the candidates. They're about the issues that hit close to home for everyday Americans. They're about the issues that hit close to home for everyday Americans. These are the issues that affect our daily lives, our families, and our communities. And let me tell you, This year's election is a buffet of hot-button topics. From healthcare to education, and from climate change to social justice, there's a lot on the line. We're talking abortion laws, economic anxieties, and the never-ending saga of foreign interference. First up, abortion rights. This issue has been a lightning rod for decades. After the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, the battle over reproductive rights has become more heated than ever. States are now making their own rules, leading to a patchwork of laws across the country. Voters are fired up on both sides of the issue, making it a key factor in the election. Then there's the economy. It's always a big deal, but this year, it's even more critical. Inflation, jobs, the cost of living. These are the bread and butter issues that keep people up at night. Rising prices at the grocery store, higher gas prices, and job security are on everyone's mind. Voters want to know how the candidates plan to put money back in their pockets and secure their financial future. They want solutions, not just promises. And let's not forget about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the bear in the room: foreign interference. It's a topic that has been looming over our elections for years. From Russia's meddling in the 2016 election to ongoing concerns about cybersecurity, the integrity of our elections is under constant threat. Voters are worried about whether their votes will truly count. These are just a few of the many issues that will be front and center in the 2024 election. Healthcare, education, climate change, and social justice are also on the minds of many voters. It's a lot to digest, but hey, that's what makes American democracy so interesting. It's a dynamic, ever-changing landscape where every vote counts and every issue matters. So, stay informed, get involved, and make your voice heard. Section 5. Swing states, where the election will be won and lost. Now let's talk strategy, folks. You know those battleground states, those swing states that always seem to tip the scales in presidential elections? Yeah, those are about to become more important than ever. We're talking about states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Florida. The places where every vote counts and every campaign rally feels like a rock concert. These states are like the cool kids in high school. Everyone wants their attention. Candidates will be crisscrossing the country, kissing babies, eating local delicacies, cheese curds anyone, and promising the moon and the stars to win over voters. Why all the fuss? Because in a close election, it's these swing states that could very well decide the fate of the nation. So, if you happen to live in one of these battleground states, get ready for the political circus to come to your town. Section 6. The House and Senate races. A tug of war for power. Okay, so we've covered the presidential election, but hold on tight because Congress is about to get interesting too. The Democrats are hoping to hold on to their slim majority in the House of Representatives, while the Republicans are vying to take control. It's a classic tug of war, and the outcome will have a huge impact on the balance of power in Washington. Over in the Senate, the stakes are just as high. With 33 seats up for grabs, both parties are battling it out for every vote. Control of the Senate could come down to a handful of races, making every debate, every ad, every campaign stop absolutely crucial. The House and Senate races might not get as much attention as the presidential election, but trust me, they're just as important. These races will determine which party controls the legislative agenda, shaping the laws and policies that affect our lives.